Hi, in this video, I'm going to go through some of the basic features of Gmail, just things that you would probably commonly use all the time. I'm not going to go into all in-depth features. For a more comprehensive look at Gmail, definitely check out the Gmail module that we have in our ACES staff classroom, as well as the Outlook Gmail comparison PDF. Those will probably provide you with a lot more in-depth information about everything that you can do with Gmail. So first of all, when you log into Chrome, right, you can click on your Gmail link here to go directly into your school email once you've already logged in with your ACES school credentials. And when you're in your Gmail, you can go ahead and customize it, whatever is easier for you to maneuver with. So from the settings icon here, I can quickly change the density of my email, means of how you view these things. They can either be really compact or a lot larger. So it really depends on your preference. If you like to see things listed together and make more room, or if you want some space between them, it really depends on your preference. You can also change the theme of your Gmail, the background of it. There's a lot of different themes that you can choose from. And then you can also customize the way that you view your inbox. Let me go up a little bit. The way that you view your inbox, you can have your unread messages first, with listed by everything else, or your important ones first. So it really just, you can customize it to whatever makes sense to you. There's also the reading pane. If you want this split when you have your emails, that you can read it on the side. You don't have to have a split. You can just see everything all at once, or you want it underneath your inbox. So it's whatever really makes sense to you that makes things more comfortable in your way. So that's a really quick way to kind of do the display part of your Gmail. If I go into see all settings, that's where I can now really customize my Gmail and how it looks. So the first thing it's going to be looking at conversations per page. I can select how many messages I want to see on one page. This is where I can set up the way that I want my default text style when I'm composing emails. You've got your autocorrect and spelling that you can turn on or off. And this is also where you can set up your signatures. You can have multiple signatures depending on messages. So if you wanted to create multiple signatures, you can, and they will all be saved here. And you can select those then when you're writing your email. So it's really just kind of going through it and changing what you need, and just remembering to make sure you click on Save Changes whenever you select something new. Labels would be what folders would be in Outlook. So this is where you can customize your folders. You can create new labels, and you can also hide. There's some default labels that come with Gmail. So you can also hide those from your display pane here on the side. You don't have to see them. So you can go ahead and customize your labels, and then you can create new labels for yourself. When I go into filters, I'm just going to go to filters because I'm talking about labels, right? This is what have been rules in Outlook. This is where you can create filters for when incoming mail comes in. You can filter it to go to a specific label already. So I have things that are coming in directly from form submissions that'll go into kind of my form submission folder already. So that filters is what would be the rules in Outlook, and you can customize those filters here within the settings. You can also customize your filters within your inbox. If you get an email, when you open that email up, from here, I can go ahead and take that message and filter messages that are just like that, and put it in a specific label if I wanted to. As you start to designate where things go in Gmail, right, it kind of learns from you. And so it begins to customize messages the way that you would probably use them yourself. So back to the settings for just a second. The inbox section, once again, you can also customize it from here if you want to see the unread inboxes first and how you want to see your Pane, your reading pane. Your account is set as your school account, so that pretty much is set the way it is. And then the themes of how you want to kind of customize the way that your Gmail looks. From here, you have along the side your folders. So once again, you can customize which ones are here. If there's any that you don't want, these three little dots, you can't really see them in this one, but there's like three little dots at the end. If you click on them, you can decide to hide that label from this list, or you can remove that label altogether. So it really depends on what you want to do. You can also assign a color to your label as well. So these would have little different colors. If you wanted to color code it, I can totally assign a color to my label. Within your messages, you can label your messages as either important or starred, and that way when I click on those labels here, all of the ones that I have already deemed important or starred would all show up together. To compose your email, you just click on the big compose button, and from here you are able to compose your email as usual. You've got your toolbar at the bottom here, and you can either send your message, or I can schedule my message to send later. Here I am able to create a label for this message. If I wanted to put this message in a specific folder, this is where I can request a read receipt, and I can trash my message if I wanted to, but that's all here. In settings, one thing I did want to show you was you can set up templates. So if there's a certain email that you might use all the time to respond, you can, under advanced, enable templates. And so I can compose a message. Once I have enabled my template mode and have saved it, then when I create my message and I go ahead and write my whole entire email, perhaps it's regarding a field trip and I'm writing that same response to a lot of different parents. So I can take that response and I can, once I finish it, I can go ahead and go to templates. Now that I've enabled it, it'll show up here, and save that draft as a template and make it as a new template. I can title it whatever it is and save it. And then once I do, whenever I'm going to respond to someone, I can just click on these three buttons, and from the templates, I can go ahead and insert whatever templates I have saved. So that's definitely one great feature about Gmail, that you can do it that way. And it's a simple way to have these automatic responses for general things that you might need. So pretty much these are the basics of kind of maneuvering through Gmail at the start. Once again, for more in-depth look at Gmail, take a look at our ACES Staff Classroom to those Gmail resources. Thanks for watching.